Hey guys, how's it going? This is my entry into Genki Slave, aka Eating Lucifer Dick's uh, challenge on your favorite top Japanese film, or one of your favorite Japanese films. Although this one has just been done by Mr. CFAX, this is also my probably number one favorite film of the Japanese genre, besides Rubber's Lover. Absolutely amazing film, and it is Shinya Tsukamoto's Tetsuo the Iron Man. Tetsuo the Iron Man, it's just one of those films I can't begin to describe. The storyline is, to me, amazing, and just the overall way it's shot, hours and hours and hours of stop motion put into it. It's entirely shot in black and white. And as you saw, perhaps in my last video, I said Stalker and Tetsuo are probably, they are my number one favorite two films. They can't go one and two. They just can't. They are number one for me. This is the Tartan Asia Extreme version, Tetsuo the Iron Man. And basically, the storyline is about a man and a woman who are driving destination unknown. It's a just casual businessman on his average day somewhere in Japan, and they come across a man who is running across the road, who we find out previously is the iron fetishist. The iron fetishist is a man who is obsessed, perhaps sexually turned on by sticking scraps of metal under his skin. And one day, to his surprise, he looks at his leg and sees that the rebar that he has stuck inside of his thigh is rotting, and there's maggots pouring out, which is pretty neat. And he loses it. He runs, and he doesn't know what to do. He freaks out. He panics. And he runs across on the sidewalk in the middle of the street, and he is hit by our main character and his girlfriend. The two try to get rid of the body because, nobody saw it. What are you going to do? You're going to get rid of it. And so what they don't realize is that the Iron Fetishist is still alive. And because he has this love for metal, subconsciously he can control it. It can morph to his body. And so he pretty much puts a curse on our main character. And the next morning our main character wakes up and notices a little shrapnel piece of metal, as if it was a little hair growing out for him to shave. And he kind of touches it, and he notices it hurts, and he can't quite get it out. And he rips it out, and he starts bleeding, and more keeps coming back. And he covers him with band-aids, and he tries to keep it from his girlfriend. And but I'm not going to go too much into the storyline. Basically, what I want to talk about the most is my love for this movie. Is pretty much the storyline, but also the visual effects. It's not high-end visual effects. It's not anything over the top. It's actually very, very 90s done. And I mean, this film, it does, like I said, do a lot of stop motion, but the stop motions within it are unbelievable. Like, for example, the transformation scenes, and just the way you see the metal morphing, you can just tell it took forever. there was a lot of detail put in this film, and as much as I love Stalker, I'm a sucker for attention to detail. You know, uh, kind of what you would see in like a Stanley Kubrick film, stuff hitting in the background. That's very in your face in this film. Um, as far as an underlying message, I would pretty much say, don't kill anybody and try and hide it. I mean, I'm not gonna, yeah. Anyway, but this is definitely my favorite film of all time as far as Japanese cinema goes. It had a very 1950s feel, the way everybody in the film uh, had white shirts, black ties, black slacks, black shoes, um, slicked back hair, and the most popular of the 1950s was the Ray-Ban wafer glasses, and but it's semi modern day, but it has a very vintage feel to it, which that appealed to me a lot. Um, and as the back says, it does have a very jet black humor to it. It's it's laughable. It's a short film that's only 67 minutes long, so you're not sitting there like, when is this going to end? You're always on your toes, like, all right, this guy's dick just turned into a drill. What's going to happen next? But yeah, that's my entry for Genki Slave, aka Eating with Super Dicks Challenge. A little bit short on this one, but I mean, what can you say without seeing it? You have to see it. And yeah, check it out for yourself. And thank you again, Aid, for watching this video and putting it up with all the other submissions. And I hope to see your reactions to this movie as well. All right, guys, have a good night.